How we doing, everybody? Sorry. I'm back. I don't know if this is going to be the first... I don't know if this is going to be the second half of this video, or if this is going to be its own video yet. I don't know if I'm cool enough to make them into one, but I will try. But this might just be another two-part video like it was with The Last of Us, unfortunately. It happens. We got 2 races to go, although I might decide to do more. We'll see. I don't know yet. I feel like I haven't done enough in this episode. Sorry. Got some Pringles that I've been chowing down recently on them. So, let's continue going. I don't really know what I was doing earlier. I wasn't actually paying attention. I don't know where this is. I think this is at Texas. So we've got Texas and Bristol, and then in the last part we've got Homestead. We had Homestead and Atlanta. I think Atlanta will go decently well, or that already happened. I think Texas could go alright. My hopes aren't terribly high for Texas. Mostly just because, I don't know, it's just a regular old intermediate. I'm going to run it one tighter. I feel like I've just been running really loose lately. You know what, I am going to start practice. I'm going to make sure I got this correct. This is another D-shaped oval, not triangle. It's another D-shaped oval, and to be honest, I don't really know exactly where I'm going, but I want to know if I'm running it too loose, because I've been real loose lately, and it's been a little bit confusing, so I want to make sure I'm running it or just how it should be. I've never really been a huge fan of D-shaped ovals just because of this little front stretch here. I've never really liked the straightaway aspect of it. I mean, I like tracks that are all oval or all straight. It's just this specific style I'm just not really a huge fan of. But we seem to be doing alright here. Of course, I don't know how it changes when I have cars next to me. So I might even want to... Ooh. Could not... Ooh. Alright, let's return to garage. Let's make it one click tighter. And just see how that goes. So now we're running a 2. Ohio always likes to run a 7, but he's using a wheel, so it tends to handle a bit differently than I am on controller, so I generally have to run tracks a little bit tighter. I also have a big understeer problem, so making it a little bit harder to understeer can help sometimes if I gas it properly. Yeah, I don't even really have to let off there. It says I do, but I don't think I really do. Alright, well, let's test it out on the one full-time lap just to be sure here. Oh, yeah, I do. Not a whole lot, but I do. Yeah, that should be good. Alright, I like that setup. I think that's how I'm going to run it. So maybe I'll just, for general intermediates, I think I'll run 2 under. I'm still getting a little bit of a understeer. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's get that qualifying race in. Let's see how that goes. Alright, let's go. Alright. So let's, so the goal is 29,997. As I am not paying enough attention. Wow. Great start. I think exit qualify also forfeits qualify, so it's not really the best. I'm not going to be quite at full speed, unfortunately, but oh well. So we're not going to have a great qualifying lap here, but that's okay. That slider should help us out a little bit. Uh-oh, way too fast, somehow. Somehow I do the exact opposite there. And dive on in, let off a bit, hammer down, rather. Alright, yeah, not gonna be a great lap, but I kind of saw that coming. Way back, way back. 32, ooh, 35th. Could have been worse, but only about 5 positions worse. So, yeah, I could have done better there if I wouldn't have absolutely fugged it. We're going to try this again. Our goal position is 10th. I believe we missed that in the last race after a terrible finish. Ryan Priest failed technical inspection. Chase Elliott is your pole winner. And Chad Fincham crashed during qualifying. Alright, I forgot to turn off tire wear, because frankly I don't need it, and it just creates an added level of complexity that I'm not really a huge fan of. That I mean, I don't need it with how short the races are. Let's get some room here. So I can turn. Oh. In a little bit, and I seem to be a little more confident in the handling of my car. I could only make it 1 point stiffer, and honestly, I just don't think that's really a good idea. I think anything at this point in terms of looseness just comes down to my driving style more than anything else. Alright. Off a little bit, but not a whole lot. I kind of like the 38 car. That front end's a little bit wonky, but I don't like it. Alright, catch a little bit of a draft in that A car. I think when it comes to, let's talk about RCR for a second. When I first started getting into NASCAR, I was a big fan of Austin Dillon because he drove a 3-car, and Dale Earnhardt was, you know, the driver for my family, and I love Dale Earnhardt as well. I don't know, Austin Dillon just kind of lost it for me. But really what I wanted to focus here was the 8 car. I think they should go back to the 31. I think they should bring that calipers. I mean, that 8 car schemes have not been very good. And also the 8 car just doesn't really make sense. It doesn't follow RCR's font, and I have a feeling it's because of the fact that RCR's font is more or less the same as DEI's font. So they didn't really want to just bring back the 8 and the 3, because I mean, neither of the Earnhardts are racing, so it just wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense to be fielding both of those numbers still, especially bringing both of them back from retirement, pretty much. Although the 8 did run, the DEI 8 did run without Newman, although albeit for like a year, but it did run. But the 8 car, I feel like could just be, just turn it back to the 31. I mean, the 31's got a more storied history in RCR anyway. Some of the 31 schemes are actually pretty good. I mean, Newman did fine in that 31 car. You know, Jeff Burton did fine as well. So, I mean, ultimately, I think that it's really just make more sense for the team. I mean, the 31 was the first secondary number they had. You know, when they brought on a teammate, Mike Skinner, when Dale Earnhardt was still racing there. You know, Dale Earnhardt was not happy about it, but still, I mean, I think they could bring it back, no problem. Got under. Trying to get a little bit better here. Uh-oh. Ooh, I sent Johnson a little bit quick into this corner. He's going to be able to save it. Alright, so that slider's starting to get the best of me here. I can tell I'm kind of slow, but my tires also aren't helping. What are my tires at? 85. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not getting any better, and I think they should just stay at 100, frankly. So I will turn that off for the next race. I will try to remember to turn that off for the next race at least. But, you know, we'll see. Woo. Alright, they are pulling away from me here. But, I mean, that A car also just, I mean, it has not been doing well with RCR. I mean, it's had, like, 2 drivers, both of which have not produced a whole lot. Daniel Hemrick immediately fell out of the rotation. I'm not sure what even happened there, but Daniel Hemrick was just having none of that for some reason. Daniel Hemrick's had no luck on that team. Okay, I need to shut up because I am starting to falter. I think that tire wear is affecting my race, though. I do genuinely think that, like, because of that tire wear, my car's starting to get looser, it's starting to get slidier, and it's starting to make it harder to control the car towards those later laps of the race, which are the only ones that really matter. Stay off the apron. Gotta stay off that apron. Yeah, I'm sliding a lot more. My controller's, you know, vibrating a lot more because I'm not getting as much traction as I should be. How am I hammering the gas but still being slower than the 17 car? How's that work? Still weird seeing Chris Buescher in the 17 car custom. Oh, fuck. That is not good at all. It is way too late in the race for that. Block, 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 block. Oh, I'm fucked. Oh, I'm absolutely fucked. 27th. I mean, we're still ahead of where we started, but that's not where we want to be. And the field's split up quite a bit now. We're just at that little backpack of the field here. As I almost do it again. And I'm even slowing the turns, too, somehow. Jesus, I have been having no luck today. And I just randomly decided, you know what, I gotta feel like doing some career mode here. And I was watching some NASCAR content on YouTube, I'm like, you know what, I kinda feel like doing that. Now all of a sudden, I don't know how much I feel like doing that for. Because I am slow as all hell. This aero damage is probably the catalyst. Alright, 2 to go. In a pretty poor stretch of races here. I'm going to turn off tire wear, and hopefully that will help me in the next race. Although the next race is Bristol, so it's not even really a good comparison. God damn, I'm slow. I am incredibly slow here. I gotta learn to drive with that tire wear, but man, I can't do it. Shit, I got cars on both sides. I'm just getting passed up. I absolutely have no speed here. Try and stay in this draft. But too fast on the turn. And hit the wall. Alright. Looking at a nice, solid 40th. Wow. I mean, I should have restarted. But, frankly, I can't be bothered. This is going to be very bad for my standing zone. I mean, I'm going to probably drop from like 9th to 20th, maybe. I don't know if it's going to be that bad, but it's not going to be good. Ouch. That was bad. I didn't think it was going to be that 99. Yeah, okay, sure, bro. I knew it wasn't going to be great, but I think it was going to be that bad. So we dropped all the way from like around here somewhere. I think 20th. So even then, I didn't really get up that far anyway. I was only running in like 19th. It still wasn't going to be a great race for me. Kyle Busch won it, so he's got 2 wins on the season, unfortunately. Denny Hamlin, Logano, Kenseth, Newman. And just quickly go over the standings here. See where I fell off from and how many positions I lost. Yeah. Not great. But yeah, we're definitely turning off that tire wear. That's for damn sure. 12th. So we went from 9th to 12th. Not great. Could have been worse, but still not great. We could still, you know, be in a lot better of a position here. But whatever. Okay. Well. Ouch. Couple down races here. I mean, one can expect to have a couple down races. You can't finish. I mean, this is the worst position I've placed this entire time. I also failed the incentive contract. Although, to be fair, my last few races have not been very kind to me either. Still been some of my worst performances here. Wow, that's a big-ass payout. I'll take 2 top 10s. At least I'll be getting the money, you know. So, we're moving on to Bristol. Started off in Atlanta, 17, 14, 40. I mean, that is not good. 8th, 1st, 11th, 16th. So 16th would seem to be, like, the worst. So it seemed like, I mean, if you're looking at, like, my stats sheet, it's like, alright, started off strong with a top 10. Started off real strong. You know, had a decent running. Had a less decent running. Seemed to be consistent with the less decent running. Mediocre finish. Woof. So, a lot of decent runnings and then not too good. So let's change them their settings. Excuse me. Light damage seems to be the only thing. DNF disabled. Can't change tire wear, which is annoying. Is that just because of the... Oh, I can't go any lower. Okay. And on 4%, it doesn't really make much of a difference. Alright. So, that really can't be changed. I see. Alright, I guess. Okay, well, I tried. I done did try, but it done did not work. Alright, well, let's go to Bristol here, see what we can do. Hopes aren't terribly high, but we're going to work with it. We're going to try our damnedest here. See what we can do. It's kind of disappointing I can't turn that off, because that's going to really affect my races, because it's just, I mean, the races are just long enough as to where my tire wear is starting to get the best of me, because I can't handle tire wear. It makes slight movements a lot weightier. It really messes with slight movements, so it makes large movements much worse. So trying to correct things gets really tough at about, 80% tire wear. At about, like, 90% tire wear, really. It's kind of sad. And I mean, I can get used to it after a long time, but it's like just late enough as to where it's just starting to mess with my driving style, and it's, just short enough as to where I can't really fully adjust. So, okay, apparently we run really tight here, and generally I never make it go looser, so we're gonna work with full tight here. Like I said, I'm never gonna make it looser, because, like I said, as time goes on, my tire wear is going to get a lot. As tires get worn, they're going to get much looser. So it might even be in my best interest to always run all the way tight. Also, I could hear my tires screeching the entire time. One of my tires was definitely loose the whole time. So, oh, that was nice. Not great, but not bad. 18th, okay, that's worse than I thought it would be, but I guess the goal is 10th, so... Yeah, if we don't even hit that, then we're not going to be right. I've never been good at qualifying, though, so I'm not exactly surprised. The pole winner today is Brett Keselowski. Ryan Blaney places second. Kurt Busch has actually still been doing pretty damn good this season. I hope he wins this championship, if I don't. Harvick's been doing pretty well. Hamlin, Busch, about the lineup you expect. Nothing a whole lot surprising. Alright. Starting 18th. Could be doing a little bit better, but it is Bristol. I have high hopes for Bristol. Chase Elliott is fostering goodwill. Chase Elliott is my friend. He will race cleanly with me. And okay, whatever. Darrell Wallace Jr. had an engine change. He's starting at the back. Brett Keselowski's pole. Alright, well, let's see what we can work with here. I'm good at Bristol. Bristol's a track I like a lot. But without assists, I've got to be careful. Because it's definitely possible to wipe the hell out. Especially on the exits, especially with other cars around. Actually, tends to be the easiest without cars around, or with cars around. Kind of keep me in check a little bit. Sometimes if I don't have cars around, it can kind of be tough to tell what exactly I'm doing. because there's nothing to really compare yourself to. Alright, Newman's gonna back off. Been bumping into a lot of guys, but they haven't been complaining lately. So I'm not really gonna worry about it too much. Oh, he got loose. Dive on the inside. He's going to get near to completing the pass. Is he going to complete the pass, though? That's the question. Oh! Got under him. Oh, Johnson got real loose there. Almost called him Bowman. He got real loose there, so that's not really what you want to see. And I was not able to get out of his way either. Okay, we're sitting in the top 10, but we're not doing too hot with it. We're not really gaining a whole lot, which is not very good. I'm gonna bump Kenseth a little bit. Kenseth's been a little pretty high up lately. You know, I'd like to see him do well. I always like Kenseth. Oh, way too tight coming out of that turn. So, now that I think about it, I might want to have made it like a 2 or a 3 instead of a 1. Because I'm not really having any oversteer problem, or any understeer problem at all. I'm sorry, I don't seem to be having any understeer problem at all, so it probably would have been worth it to have some extra oversteer there. But that's unfortunately without pack racing, it's something I really wouldn't know, I guess. Because I can tell cars are catching up with me a lot faster than they should be. Oh, smooth. Dove way under there, which I do sometimes. They're gonna catch way up. They pretty much gave it up at that point. Oh, gonna bump a Bell a little bit here. Oh, Christopher Bell got a little bit loose. I got way onto the bumper of Matt Kenseth here. But I am really fighting to stay alive in the top 10 here. Because we are not doing all that well in points. We're not that far into the season yet either. We're still not that far in points. I don't really want to fuck anything up. There's a point. Oh. Oh, that almost went really bad. Saved it, but it could have went very, very, very poorly there. Okay, my tire wear seems to be breaking in a little bit, and I seem to be handling a little bit better. Sometimes the wear can make it handle better. It just really messes with saving. God damn, Newman. Wow, there was just an entire pack there. Newman's going to get almost entirely sideways. Frankly, what a save. Alright. We are getting there. We're approaching lap traffic here, which I'm fine with. It's only going to be about 2 laps to really have to deal with it. We're about, how far are we from the leader? Almost 3 seconds away from the leader. We're about 2 seconds away from the nearest person, so 2 to go. This race went a lot better, but it still could have went better. And we got a top 10, but I would have preferred a top 5. But we still get in the goal, so we're starting off with a point in the goal, which is nice. All right, white flag. See what we can do. Oh, I'm catching up at 6th place though. Can I crack the top 5? I'm gonna dive under. Oh, I raced him too hard. Oh, man. That's heartbreaking. Shit. I tried to block. Okay. Oh my god. I raced him too hard. I really tried to get there under Keselowski. That move normally works, in my defense. But it just didn't work for me this time. I must have been too loose, maybe he was too loose. Sometimes the game just doesn't do what you want it to do. So that... Shit, man. That didn't go very well. I was hoping that would go alright. Because I was really trying. I was trying to get something I really didn't need, though. Because, I mean, that 7th place was pretty arbitrary compared to 8th place. It wouldn't really made a whole lot of a difference. But I was hoping that if I got there, that 5th might be close, and I'd be able to take 5th place. But I just kind of screwed myself up. Let me see if I can get that in the replay somewhere. So just ended up kind of screwing up. Let's skip there to that major moment there. Yeah. So... yeah, I made a pass for 7th place on Denny Hamlin. Almost lost it there, but I got pretty lucky. And then this is where it all went wrong. I don't know why oh, Ryan Blaney and Kevin Harvick made contact. Do you think I care? Good for them. Show me eating shit. Yeah, so here's Blaney. Lap 20, you can see I'm already in the wall. Drops back to 13th. Yeah, that's how it went. So, yeah, I made contact there, got spun. Oh, it looks like I got spun. It looks like I thought I spun myself, but it looks like I got spun. Just not great. Oh, no, I did spin. It just kind of, he was just conveniently there. Yeah, and then, of course, I ripped it in reverse, but I just got passed up way too much. Damn, man. That sucks. That really sucks. So... yeah, I raced Keselowski too hard, spun it, got booted back to 30th, and then just add insult to injury, spun it around, gassing it too hard out of turn 4, and I just had to rip it in reverse to get back to try and lose as little spots as possible. Shit, man. Alright, we've dropped back to 13th place, of course, with, you know, with a win. I'm still going to be in the point standings unless, you know, enough people win, but... we're dropping back and back and back. So, man, that just did not go well at all. That just did not go well. So, we went from 5th in points to 13th in points in the span of about an hour. That could have went a lot better, I'm not gonna lie. So, I don't know. I tried my damnedest, but it just didn't work. Just didn't play out the way I wanted it to. It sucks, but what are you gonna do about it, I guess? Hopefully it'll be better next time. Sometimes when you come back, it just doesn't really work. Yeah, and a lot of people have really been... people aren't very happy about it. Sorry, Ricky. Thanks, Matt the Burrito. Thank you, Justin Haley. Alright, well, booted us back in the span of those 4 races here. We're going to be moving on to race numero 9. I don't really care. Which is going to be at Richmond, and that could go either way. I expected the Bristol race to go pretty well, but that didn't really end up doing too well either. I might even lower the AI difficulty to normal. I guess we'll go back to normal, because even when I have been running well, by the time I wreck out, I generally wasn't really brake smoothing. No. Oh. Well, I mean, brakes will automatically adjust if slippage is detected. This setting can stabilize a car in braking, especially when you're entering the pits with worn tires. Yeah, I'll leave it at low, I guess. So we're going to bring it back to normal. Hopefully that will help me in the next few races. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Let's see. In the next episode, we're going to be going to Richmond, Dega, Dover, and Martinsville. So we'll get another chance at the short track, although it's not Bristol. Dover's probably not going to go well. Dega could go either way. I've been surprised at Dega before, but at the same time, I generally have a track record of not doing that well. It's a mixed bag. We'll see how that goes. Richmond, I don't know. To give you a little recap of the point standings, a lot of this is more or less the same, but we have fallen back quite a bit. In terms of who's in and who's not, if we look at playoff standings right now, I'm sitting in 6th in playoff standings just because I have a win. But, let's see here. Eric Jones is in 16th. Christopher Bell, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, William Byron, Matt Kenseth, 11th in the playoff standings in race 9. That's actually pretty impressive. Joe Logano, Ryan Blaney, MTJ. Nemechek's got himself a win, but he really does not have a lot of points to boot. Me, Denny Hamlin, Keselowski, Harvick, Busch, and then the other Busch has 2 wins thus far. Who won at Bristol? Wasn't it? It was Kurt Busch. So that was actually Kurt Busch's first win. Interesting. So despite being second in points, that was actually his first win. So, alright, well, that's that. Hope you guys did enjoy. Like I said, I made 2 videos on NASCAR 21, although I assume everyone watching this has watched that too, since they've done pretty well so far. I've also started playing the Hunter Call of the Wild, and I've actually had a lot of fun with it. So, check those out if you want to. They haven't been doing as well. Also, please check out episode 13 of the podcast. That was a pretty good episode. I'm not going to lie. I'd recommend it. Alright, everybody.